I'm Deb Kraus, president of Eden Seminary, and I'm here with my wonderful colleague of many years on the faculty, Clint McCann, who is our evangelical professor of biblical interpretation.
But I really want people to come away from Scripture with what I call a missional identity. That is, to hear and see a God who has invested and does invest God's self in the entire creation and its well-being, including the well-being of the whole human family. Now, that's a big mission. If you even begin to toy around with that kind of mission, you will never be bored. People come away with the Bible with a sense of excitement and energy and motivation to join God at God's work of changing the world from the way it is out there toward the way that God intends it to be.
The book on the Psalms this time around is almost an embodiment of our third infused goal. We talk about vocational resilience as a capacity for leadership, and the Psalms are really a resource for that.
So this recent manuscript, which is short, and like everything I write, intended to be comprehended and used by people in the church as well as in the scholarly community. The Psalms for justice seekers and peacemakers, and reading them explicitly with what they say in terms of inviting us into God's mission of justice and righteousness and peace. In fact, I frame this in terms of spirituality. And I use the Eden paper that was written soon after I came to Eden. And we define spirituality not in terms of practices that we do, but we define spirituality in terms of God's work of righteousness in the world. Justice, in other words. So what does it mean to practice our spirituality? And of course, the Psalms are a locus of spirituality in our Reformed tradition and many traditions. What does it mean to practice our spirituality as enacting God's justice or joining God at God's work in the world?